Citing your husband's irresponsibilities or shortcomings as a reason for you not to submit to him is giving God reasons you must disobey him. Greetings to you, my beloved people, and welcome to Famupadua TV. Today's message is for our wives, our beloved women, our wives currently and our prospective wives. Today, it is your turn. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 24 says, "As the church submits to Christ, wives must also submit to their husbands in everything." But the Good News Bible says, you wives must completely submit to your husbands as the church submits to Christ. The adverb completely or in everything emphasizes the fact that your submissiveness is unconditional. It is your own primary responsibility in that marriage to submit to your husband, to obey your husband, to listen to what your husband says, because God has already made him the head of the home. And like I said in my previous video, being the head of the home, he is now the leader. He is actually in charge. He is to set the pace. He is to pilot the affairs of the home. Now, when God knows what he did, he is not an author of confusion. So your responsibility is to obey your husband. Your responsibility is to listen to him. Your responsibility is to submit to him. I often hear people say, how? Submit to who? Forget that man. You don't even know what I'm facing in that family. The truth is, whether you believe it or not, he is your husband, and he deserves that you submit to him according to the scriptures. Do not give reasons you should not obey God. Do not. One thing I have to tell you is this: he who sent you on that mission will not abandon you. In my next video, I'm going to reveal a secret to you, to tell you how you can survive it, how you can make it easier to live with a man who maybe sometime appears to be difficult or unreasonable. But listen, be more concerned about your responsibility while you leave the rest to God himself. You are sent by God. Be more concerned about the duties he has given to you. Let your husband also be concerned with his responsibilities. Do not fail because the other person is failing. If you say you will not submit to your husband because he is not meeting up in his own responsibility, you are actually saying that you want to fail in your responsibility because your husband is failing. In other words, you are saying God should condemn you for your failure because your husband failed. I don't think this is a wise decision. What a wise person would rather do is, let me focus on my own duties. I will not be condemned because of the irresponsibility of the other person. But if you choose to become irresponsible because your husband is irresponsible, that does not make you a wise person. You have just shown that you are not as wise as you think you are. Be wise, my sister. Do not let your husband drag you into error, so that when he receives his reward as an irresponsible husband, you will not also receive your reward as an irresponsible wife. You get why, my sister?